What is up guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'll be doing a rank 30 Stu guide. I'll tell you guys the best build for Stu, the best maps for Stu, and some tips and tricks to make you better at Stu. So without wasting your time, let's just go into the video. So before I start the video, I just want to say that I did grind Stu with mutation, so this guide will kind of be of like a mix and match with the mutation and without the mutation. So yeah, that's all I gotta say, and let's get into Stu's build. Now let's start with his gadgets. Now both of his gadgets are really good. Now the better one for free is the one which you place down and everyone has a speed boost, and the other one is just better for solo showdown with mutation and without mutation. And by the other one, I mean the one that can break through walls, because that one is just really good and the best one for solo showdown. Now, if you're going to be playing mutations in free, then I would suggest to use the wall break gadget, as the other one won't be really as much profit, unless maybe to your teammates, but other than that, the other one is going to be way better, and the one I'm talking about is the one that breaks through walls. Now let's go to his star powers. Now this is where it can get a bit complicated because people prefer one over the other. And in my opinion, I like the one which dashes farther, and that to me is just the better star power in my opinion. But for mutation, I would say gas heal is better because it just heals you non-stop. Now if you're asking why I prefer the one that dashes farther, and it is because it is just so much easier to avoid buzzes or Edgars in solo showdown. It's just so much easier to just escape situations. Now if you do prefer the heal one over the one that dashes further, then go ahead and just keep on using it because it's not a big deal, like both of them are pretty good. And the healing one is also really good. They're both pretty good, so go with which one you prefer more. Now let's go to the gears. Now if you're just a basic person and you basically do the copy paste gear build, then go ahead and equip damage and shield. But in my opinion, the gears I prefer the most for Stu is the +1 gadget gear, and the second one to be either damage or shield. Alright, so now let's go into Stu's best maps. Now for free, I can't really tell you Stu's best maps, but for solo showdown I can tell you since I grinded him in solo showdown. So I just checked the maps, and the good map that I used to grind Stu in is not there anymore. So the only map that I will suggest for you guys to grind Stu in is Rockwall Brawl. Now that is where I got Stu to rank 30. And if you have his mutation, this map is just really OP, and you'll understand why in a second. So let's first start off if you have Stu's mutation. Now, if you have Stu's mutation and you're gonna play him on that map, get ready to play some Undertale because the amount of recos and roughs you're gonna see there is gonna be a lot. And when I mean by a lot, I mean you're gonna be fighting Sans himself. So the roughs or the recos are mainly gonna be in this position. Now, you want to get as far away as you can in those positions, and if you can, you want to camp in this position if you do get a spot. If you don't, then don't worry, just keep on supering and healing yourself. Now, the mistake I made the most while playing Mutation Stu is not playing him as Stu. And what I mean by this is, because I had so much supers, I would just spam the super. What you need to remember is that you're playing Stu, so don't forget to also use his attacks. Like if there's a Brock, use your super to dodge his stuff, and when you dodge his attack, just try to kill him, because if you're just gonna try to super non-stop and he kills you, it's game over and you lose a lot of trophies. Also, the number one brawler you want to avoid at every cost, don't even try going close to this brawler, and the brawler is Meg. Now Meg will just melt you. Don't even try fighting or even just like being aggressive to the Meg. I'm telling you, she will melt you and you will lose so much trophies. So whenever I saw Meg, I'd literally dash to the other side of the map, as I do not want to get melted by a Meg and lose trophies. Now let's get back to the strategy. Now, what you want to do is just wait till you're top 5. And when you're top 5, if you're still like camping and no one is trying to attack you, then just stay there. But if the storm is like closing in or you're getting attacked, what you want to do is just go to the storm and start spamming that super button near a wall. Now, why near a wall? If you're near a wall, for some reason you can just heal faster. I think this is because the time to travel with your super is much less when you're near a wall than just like dashing normally. Now, this probably made no sense, but this is the best way I can explain it. Actually, I can try to even explain it easier. So what I think is happening is that when you hit a wall with your super, the range of your super is like 0.2 tiles or something, and your normal super is like 2 to 3 tiles. I'm actually not sure how long his normal super is, so yeah. Now, when you do this, you're going to get about like second or third place, or maybe even fourth, it doesn't really matter. But the thing that makes this an easy rank 30 is your win streak. So make sure you don't lose that much times, because this method really requires that win streak, because if you do get like 4th place, then you can just easily settle it down with the win streak and get extra trophies. Oh yeah, there's one more thing I wanted to say about the strategy. If you are getting cornered by teamers and there's like 7 people left, then start doing the strategy earlier, because when you start doing the strategy earlier, it is just much easier to get a higher place a little bit. Maybe you'll get like 6th or 5th. Depends on how much teamers will backstab each other, because they are eventually going to backstab. And if you do get unlucky and they're like actual teaming, and they are just not backstabbing each other and just waiting for you to just die, then it's kind of just tough luck, and you just gotta go to the next match and continue doing the strategy. Now, another thing I wanted to say is that if there's no wall breakers or any throwers, then I will do it in this position or right there, because you can just easily use your gadget and go into the battle when you're about to die. Or even better, just heal up and continue doing the same strategy. Now, the thing with this is I had a big win rate with this strategy, and I didn't really lose a lot of times. Like, I did lose because of some megs or some roughs randomly just appearing, because roughs do so much damage. Also try to avoid them, as roughs can like 2-shot you. But sometimes you do get unlucky, and just don't get frustrated and just leave the game. Just try to do it again. But if you are losing a lot of times, then you probably shouldn't try continuing, because I'd probably rage so hard if I just had to continue trying something and not be able to see results. Now let's get into just the normal Stu without his mutation. Now sadly, the map I like to grind Stu on without his mutation is not in rotation right now, but I'm gonna put it anyway, since in my opinion that map is the best for Stu. Also, for the future viewers that are watching this, you guys are lucky if the map is in rotation. Now, on this map, what you want to do is you need the +1 gadget gear. And when you have that, you just destroy the middle walls. Now that you destroy the middle walls, you basically just have position, and it's good game for the other people. Now, one problem with Stu is that he doesn't deal that much damage compared to other brawlers. So what you usually want to do if you're just playing Stu is, when you see teamers, just focus on shooting one until the teamers just backstab each other, and you just keep on doing that. Another thing is, if a buzz does super you and you see the super coming, or if it does hit you, I'm pretty sure you can just escape using Stu's super. So just make sure to always have a super on board and get ready to just press it. So what I'm trying to say is, pay attention to your surroundings and get ready to press that super at any time. Another thing is, beating an Edgar is so easy with Stu. Now, if you do have practice like me, then just killing an Edgar is really easy if he does jump on you. And this is one of the reasons why I like the long dash star power, is because it is goated and it is just super good to just avoid buzzes and Edgars, like I said. But if an Edgar does jump on you, what you want to do is use your super really fast and just continue spamming that super button. Just make sure you're aiming where to go, because you do not want to dash on the Edgar, as that will be game over for you. And yeah, thank you guys for watching the video, I really appreciate it. Now, if you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like. Otherwise, have a good day and see you later.